There are a number of effects you may want to use while you're editing. I'm going to show you some of the most commonly used ones. You can access the effects by clicking on the Effects tab in your browser window. If the tab isn't open, you can also access your effects in the tab at the top. If you do particularly want to access the effects in this window, you can go to Window and tick Effects, and that should open it in the browser window. In here, you've got a full list of all the effects you can use. If you go to Video Transitions and look in the Dissolve folder, you'll see two of the most commonly used transitions, a cross dissolve and a dip to colour dissolve. We'll start with the cross dissolve. To add it to the timeline, all you have to do is click, drag and drop it on the edit point between two clips. You can see that this dissolves one clip into the other. To change the value of a dissolve, all you have to do is double click on it and change the value here. This is the number of seconds it dissolves across. So if we add 15, you can see the dissolve gets smaller. To delete a dissolve, all you have to do is click on it and press the backspace. When you're adding a dissolve, you can either put it to the left, in the centre or to the right. If we put it to the left, it pulls in more material from this right hand clip into the dissolve than the left hand clip. And if we add it on the right hand side, you can see it pulls in more material from the left into the right hand clip. Something important to think about when adding dissolves is making sure there is enough material to pull in from either side. We call these the handles of the clips. So to demonstrate this, if we take a clip like this one, where the in and the out run right to the end of the clip, so you can see I can't drag this out here, it's the end of anything that's recorded here. And then we add another clip like this one, where there's plenty of recorded space at either side of the in and the out. And then we try to add a dissolve. You'll see that I can't physically put this in the middle of the clip because there's not enough material on the left hand side to add the dissolve, and I can't add it to the right hand side either because again there's not enough material on the left. All I can do is put it there. The problem is that I didn't intend to use the end of that shot. You can see the wobble on the camera. So when you're adding a dissolve, you need to think about what material lies at either side of the in and the out that you've chosen. The other commonly used type of dissolve is a dip to colour dissolve. So we'll drag that onto there. If you watch this, you can see it will dip to black in between the clip. Another useful effect. You can double click on this to change the colour, so you can change it to anything. A white is another commonly used dip to colour in broadcast news. There you are, and again you can change the duration in this top left hand box. You should also be adding audio dissolves in every piece of work you do. If we go down here to audio transitions, we can take a crossfade and you stick that on the edit point between two pieces of audio like that. So that should blend the sound nicely from one clip to another. Adding these audio fades will make your piece sound professional and will make it flow smoothly. But again, you need to be careful that you're not pulling in any unwanted sound from either side of each clip. So if I double click on the audio fade, again you can change the duration. So if you can hear sound on either side, you just need to change the duration so that you're not pulling in as much of the audio from either side. Another useful effect is the colour corrector. So if we go back to video filters and click into the folder colour correction, colour corrector 3-way, if we drag that onto the video part of one of our clips and then double click on it, we'll see that the clip appears in the viewer window and all these dots appear on the timeline. So we know when we see those dots that this picture is now being displayed in the viewer window rather than the canvas window. So we can manipulate this now. If you click on the top tab, you'll see the colour corrector 3-way has been added and you get these 3 dials. This is useful if your white balance is off. So if I had a picture that looked really blue or really red or really yellow, I could correct it by dragging this dot around. You can see the colour of the picture changes, so you can correct in this way. You can also auto-correct. Say I'd filmed this and it looked this colour, far too blue. We could click the dropper, click on something that should be white, and the colour will change in accordance. You can also change the saturation of the picture in Colour Corrector 3-way, and you can change the mids and the blacks. So here we're affecting the white parts of the picture, here we're affecting the mid-tones of the picture, and here we're affecting the blacks of the picture. These bars at the bottom can increase and decrease the blacks, mids and whites in the picture. So if it's too dark, we can brighten it by upping the whites, or by upping the mids, or by upping the blacks, but each has a different effect because you're altering a different tone within the picture. But this is another very useful tool for fixing anything that may have gone wrong during the filming. If you've added a video effect or an audio effect and you want to add it to a number of clips, you don't have to do them all individually. You can copy and paste the effect. So if we've put a colour corrector effect on this clip, I can right click on the clip that the effect is on and click copy, and then I can right click on the clip I'd like to copy it to and click paste attributes. Now I'm moving a colour corrector, which is a filter, so I want to tick the filters box, click OK, and that filter will then be copied onto this picture. Same with the audio. If we've put an audio effect on here, I could click copy, and I could copy it onto both of these by holding down the command key, right clicking, click paste attributes, and I could copy any effects I wanted from the original clip to these following ones.